do. I'm gonna start out right there, cause I like that view of the papayas. I will be eating that one tomorrow. Unless we might need to take it off today. I don't know. Anyway, so today's video, today's discussion.
Peace and love.
Peace and love, by the way. Peace, God. Peace to the guys. Namaste, shalom, ashuk.
Salam alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. You name it, all of the greetings. I'm outside right now, grounding as usual. Yeah, there we go. Grounding. Supposed to be grounding. But I had a thought on the way back from Humacao today, and I was talking about, and her and I have had this conversation before, but I was talking about how it's not necessarily a good idea to move to the tropics and then go back to the States to work, to go back to the States and work just to get money. It's not a good idea at all. Right? Not a good idea at all. Because you're supposed to be using your skills wherever you're at, number one. Number two, it's impractical to spend money for a flight to the States, use your energy, do all of this, because you gotta get in, you gotta use the energy to get a car to go up there to the airport. Then you gotta use more energy to pay for the ticket to go fly. Then you gotta get a ride from the airport whenever you get back. Then you got to do the same process when you get all your money that you're trying to get. Either way, what you're supposed to do, whoever you are, wherever you are, you're supposed to use the skills and your networking talents, so to speak, talents, to create opportunities for yourself. That's what you're supposed to do. It's very unwise, in my opinion, in my perception, to go back to the States just to make money and come back to the tropics. It just doesn't make any sense, because there's so many ways that you can make and garner finance. There's so many ways that you can network and create situations for yourself that may not even require you to have the finance or to need the finance. You see? What do you think? You had something to say earlier.
Oh yes, I agree on all of those points, by the way. And I was also thinking that the whole act of the flight, the Uber, all these things, extra details that will be necessary to travel back and forth, are just downright selfish. Like you're causing pollution by the plane, the jet fuel, the vehicle to drive back and forth. You're increasing your carbon footprint. It's selfish. It's hurting the earth. It's like pollution. And then so also touching on what you were saying, use your talents here. Yes, so I think it would be much better and more kinder, like if you're trying to support a lifestyle in the tropics, to use your gifts and talents, whether it be if you're, say, a mechanic, or you do nails, or
you do hair,
any of those things,
whatever skill you
a repairman, whatever kind of skill you have,
just do it here
for the local community. Because once you're in the tropics and you're supporting this lifestyle, this is your community, the local people in your neighborhood. And so use your skills for them. Don't be a battery for Babylon, going back and forth, polluting the environment, and then working there in Babylon, paying taxes, perhaps.
I think you summed it up when you said don't be a battery to Babylon, because they're going back just to keep supporting that system, only to get back away from it again. It's like working. You're just working against yourself. You're doing that. You're working against yourself to do that.
And it also ends up.
And I apologize for the camera movement, man. These no-see-ums out here biting.
Yeah, I know. I'm all doing the itchy dance.
But keep going.
Okay, and then so one other thing is, so if yes, people have this idea that, well, you can make better money in the States and then it's lower cost living expenses here in the tropics, or or wherever you are, besides the States, pretty much. Yes, that's true. So why not just stay? You don't have to spend the extra money on traveling back and forth. And then, even if you're not making as much money doing your craft in the Babylon, in the States, right? You're staying here and you're making the normal appropriate amount that everybody survives off here. Like, what do they call that?
Not even surviving, it's thriving, because the cost of living is lower.
Yeah, cost of living.
Because here's the thing. I say this often. Your subconscious mind doesn't want you. Your subconscious mind wants you as happy as possible and healthy as possible at all times. So if you're in a situation to where you need something, your mind is going to create a situation in order to help you get that thing that you need. It's always best when you network. Like, for example, earlier I was telling Kaj when we went to Humacao, I said, look, you're talking about how you got the free food or the discounted food, and I'm like, the reason why it happened is because you networked, because you actually communicated with the cashier and talked about what you needed to talk about, and then you created an experience. So you had to put some energy out in order to get some energy in return. I highly, to me, I gotta say, I frown upon the whole begging and asking for donations thing. If that's gonna be the foundation, of you being in the tropics, I totally frown upon it. That's my personal opinion, my personal perspective.
Yeah, we didn't come here to be a burden on the community.
No, we didn't come here to be a burden. So I think that when you're going anywhere tropical, literally when you're going anywhere over the world, but specifically in the tropics, when you're going there, you need to be using your skills and your gifts and your talents that you're already good at here, and contribute that to the community, because that's you being your best. That's what you're going to contribute the best to the community, is whatever you're already good at. Just asking for donations and begging for donations and stuff, that's just lazy, yo. It's literally just lazy. There ain't no other way of getting around it, or trying to finesse and finagle your words and all of that. That's goofy shit, yo. It's lazy. It's straight up lazy, and you're making yourself idle. And of course, we know the word idle means useless. You're making yourself useless when you're not giving your skills and your gifts and the talents to the rest of the world, i.e. yourself, your mind. Go ahead.
And then also, if you're in that mode of asking for donations, etc., you're going to be in that mode, and you're not going to be exerting as much time and energy towards observing your environment, getting profound ideas and thoughts that you can do uploads on and speak to the community about why it's good to move here, etc., whatever your passion is for this lifestyle. And instead, one could be spending their time online asking for donations, and it's really a bad it's a bad loop. It's caught in a loop. It's not a well, here's the thing.
If all we're doing, right, let's say there have been times where I've been in a bind and I needed some donations, etc., or I asked for some help. That's the simplest way. However, that's not the foundation. That's not the foundation of how I am, how I stay here, how I maintain myself, how I thrive specifically. It's actually me using my skills. And when people need some help or they need some kind of assistance, I'm really good at what I do. I'm really great with my hands. So of course, I'm gonna get compensated for it. And that's how I stay here. That's how I thrive. So like, other than that, I'm certainly not gonna frown upon somebody wanting to throw a couple dollars or throw 100 or 200 or 3,000. I'm not gonna frown upon that. I'm just saying, making it the foundation of me being here. Yeah. I'm kind of bigger than that. I'm kind of bigger than that. I like to be of service to my community, and I don't see how, if I'm asking and telling people to donate and all this other stuff, I don't see how I'm serving my community by doing that. It sounds like I want the community to serve me.
Ooh.
So
being a parasite on
being a parasite on the community. That's a great way. Wonderfully articulated.
And then the respect level eventually over time is going to be diminished, and that's not the goal. The goal is to maintain honor and respect and be somebody that the community can look up to and say, look, they're doing what they're doing what they should do, and it's uplifting, and I want to do that. I want to have that lifestyle. I want to go live in the tropics, and
even if it's not tropical, but keep going.
Yeah, just to pursue your passion and do your dream. You can't, you want to be somebody that people are like, oh wow, I want to be like them. That would be.
You know what I mean? Being like a role model, or
like
setting the standard. I mean, I said to you many times, man. I set the standard high. Mm-hmm. I ain't out here.
Set the bar.
I set the bar real high. You gotta break the world record to get over the bar that I done set. I'm telling your motherfucking ass right now. I'm telling you right now. You better be ready to set a world record because I set the bar incredibly high. I am the bar. So
I'm the gold bar.
I'm the gold bar, the platinum, the titanium, whatever. I set it high. So, I do a really good job setting an example, regardless of what I've been through in the past. And some people didn't take me seriously at first. Some people did. Some people in and out. And I'm just like, I'm trying to show y'all how exactly to do this, yo. If you've been around me, I've been showing you and telling you exactly what you should do and need to do, and you're gonna be perfectly fine. I've been saying it forever. So it's like, if I've been telling you something and you can look at my life and clearly tell that, how does Carbonation say it? Let your knowledge lead you to its wisdom. I did, motherfucker. I did. So now, I see your look. Now, it's on you. If you got something different that you got that's just as successful or more successful, hey, share that to the world. I just think that when it comes to the blueprint that I've set right here, it's pretty freaking great. It, as we like to say, it's foolproof or stupid proof, as we like to say, stupid proof. That's I grew up. Excuse me. At my old job, we would say that blueprints were stupid proof. Even a person who was stupid can still read the blueprint and still follow the instructions and follow the directions. The blueprints that we have, I told you this before, are designed to where they omit unnecessary details. I omit the stuff that's unnecessary. I get straight to the point. I'm sharp. I'm a Gemini sun, so I'm sharp and straight to the point. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to do, how to do it. Sometimes when I tell people things, I've seen in the past, it's got to be subjective to say this, I tell people things that they wouldn't understand the importance of it. They may understand what I said, but they don't understand the importance of why I said what I said. So because they're accustomed to what they're accustomed, or because some people have been accustomed to getting results their way, they wouldn't respect the fact that there's another way to get the same or better results than they are accustomed to. You see? So I can say, look, if you plant this tree, life is going to create a situation to where it gives you an opportunity to grow as well. It's just going to give it to you. That's great, yeah. But people be like, man, I'm not finna plant no trees. I don't feel like it. I'm not finna do this. I don't feel like it. Oh, okay, cool. Well, if you're not putting out a certain energy, then you're not going to get a certain energy back. It's quite simple. When you understand that everything in life is math, regardless of what forms of life you see, as long as you help in life, life gonna help you out too.
And the people who have come here and who have thrived and maybe continued on to continue growing and improving their life or living fulfilling lives have been the ones that did the most as far as helping and doing, basically
networking,
following the directions that you gave them. Say, hey, here, help me come plant this, help me come do this community service, help paint this elderly woman's walls, etc., etc.
Yeah, volunteer, humanitarian, be humanitarian, all of that.
The people that have followed the directions and done what was asked of them have improved the most and have had the most growth.
Like I even made it easy for people. I was like, look, if y'all don't want to do much, I give you the bare minimum. Go throw all your food scraps outside in the compost. Cause you can't complain about that. I'm like, yo, just don't put it in the trash can. Go create some compost. Help us create this compost. So instead of you just being lazy, you got something you can do because you don't want to do nothing else, man. It's just, if I'm gonna be a part of a team, I'm gonna put forth the most effort. Like whatever group I'm in, I know that in order for me to be effective, I have to put forth as much effort as possible in order to get the most in return. In order for the group to benefit the most, I just got to keep putting a lot of effort, put forth a lot of effort. So yeah, to recap, man, because I want to call me back, but to recap, man, make sure that wherever you are over the world, especially if you're on this tropical frequency, make sure that you're using your skills and your gifts and your talent. Shout out to Holy Haven, by the way.
Yeah, Holy Haven, we love you.
Love y'all, man. I love all y'all and what y'all doing. But make sure you're using all your skills and your gifts and your talents to serve your community instead of looking for the community to serve you.
Yeah, serve the community.
Instead of looking for the community to serve you, you need to be figuring out different ways you can serve your community. And the more powerful that way is, the more power you're gonna get yourself. You see, the more powerful you, the more energy it takes, the more energy that you use in order to serve your community, the more you're gonna get in return. The more the community gonna get back to you, yo. So just make sure you're being as productive as possible. Whether it be you making a bunch of videos, which it is what it is on that, but whether it be you just making videos all day or actually doing some physical stuff, which is going to give you the best results. Doing the physical thing is going to give you the best results. So and that's gonna help you network, is doing the physical things where people can see the fruits of your labor. They can see it. They can see your results. They can see what you're doing. You know, that's the best part. There's a fruit of my labor right there. Look at this tree. There's the fruits of the labor. Like, we just had somebody look at the house today to look at the back room, and like the first thing everybody says when they come here, man, the yard looks amazing and it's beautiful. It's beautiful and there's fruits everywhere. Yeah. You did this? Yeah, I sure did. I planted. You planted all this? I planted all of it. Like, man, everybody enjoys it, you know. So there's a certain feeling and emotion that comes with doing hard work.
And he's an environmental activist.
And he's an environmental activist. So it's just important, yo. Make sure that you're not being idle in your life. Anything else you want to add for Annie? Did we tackle everything?
Yeah, tackle everything. I like that. Serve your community.
Serve your community.
Don't have this community serve you.
Don't have the community serve you. Don't sit there and leave and go somewhere else. If you go to Switzerland, don't be like, I need to go to the States just to go back to Switzerland. If you live in Africa, don't be like, I need to go back to the States to bring back money. No, you need to figure out
documents.
No, you don't need to do none of that, man.
If you're here, you don't need those documents.
No, you don't need none of that.
Just forget about it, huh?
But yeah, man. I'll holler at y'all later, man. Peace and love.
Peace and love.